Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sallystampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm bringing you my artfully composed tea lights. My favourite style box. It holds 4 of these tea lights. Now, my lovely mum said to me the other day, I have some tea lights and I don't really use them. Do you want them? And originally I said, oh no, I don't really use tea lights. And then suddenly my brain kicked in and I said, oh actually, yes, I will have them please, because they're perfect for my videos. So when she bought them, they were in a bag and I didn't really think anything of it. And then when I took them out to make the project, I realised they're quite deep. So I don't know where she got them from. They smell lovely, but they're deeper than normal. I think they're almost maybe a double thickness. But hey, we'll work with it. So this is the box that I made to put them on. So as you can see, I've added some of those fabulous die cuts. And this just simply opens up to hold 4 of the jumbo. I say jumbo, they're not jumbo, deep. I'm going to call them deep tea lights. So yeah, my favourite style box for this sort of thing. I don't know how I'm going to get this back on. And then just this lovely belly band that I cannot get back on now. Come on, come on. Yes, there we have it. Okay, and then as I said, I've used some of these fabulous die cuts, a stamped image as well, and I just love them. I just think it's a really nice gift, and it also could be used for mail because of the colours and the fact that it's not particularly floral. So let's go ahead and make it. This one I'm going to make in Calypso Coral, a colour that I hardly ever use. It's not, I'll honestly say, it's not one of my favourite colours. But it goes really well with this suite, so we'll roll with that. So for this one you need a piece of cardstock that is 9 by 5 inches, 22.5 by 12.5. On the short side we're going to score at 1 and 4 inches, which will be 2.5 and 10 centimetres. We're then going to rotate, doesn't matter which way, and we're going to score at 1, 4, 5 and 8 inches, and that will be 2.5, 10, 12.5 and 20 centimetres. As you can see now, this is the standard shape and it's the same both sides. So you have a thin end either side and a thin panel in the centre, and then if you turn it this way, again 2 thin panels either side. So it's really simple. It's a really effective design. I love this. So straight in, fold and burnish these score lines, and then we cut our wedges out of the 4 corners. Don't forget that this month and next month is Celebration. It is a fabulous opportunity for you to join Stampin' Up, get some extra goodies. It is just a wonderful opportunity. There's plenty of information on my blog. Alternatively, if you're not sure, you could always just have a little shop with me and maybe buy one of our kits. They are perfect for people starting a new hobby, beginner crafters, people who aren't that confident or experienced, and they give great results. And they have, if you buy the correct ones, you have everything in it you need. So they are perfect. So hop along to my store. The link is below in the description. Have a look. Okay, so as I said, the wedges are cut out of all 4 corners. There's just this centre 2 little squares here that we need to do. So we're going to cut from the long side across and then wedges this way. You've seen me do these boxes fairly few times now, so I'm sure you know how we do these, but anybody that is new, we're doing it this way so we can create a box and a lid all in one. Okay, get rid of those. So yeah, so now these will fold together to create the box, and then this will fold over to be the lid. So let's get some adhesive on these pieces here. So I'm going to go with the base bit first. And unfortunately this is the only awkward bit, so you kind of have to put that there and then just hold it just for a few seconds just to get that glue adhering before we start pulling any of the other parts together. And then we'll do the same with this side. And just hold it just for a few seconds, just for that adhesive to take. Say it doesn't take long. And then we're going to do this part as well. You get out of the way a second. Which I can just pop a peg on there while I do this one. Not a lot of adhesive on there actually. Pop a peg on there, because that will just hold while I put some adhesive on these bits. And then again, that was all I needed those for. I'm going to put my Tealights in because these help now to keep the box shape when I put my lid. So I'm folding this top piece down, these side pieces in, pop it on my desk, fold these parts in, and then your lid over, and then you just kind of squeeze everything together, give it a little rub, and you can see now the Tealights are in there, so it's actually making it quite a sturdy base for me to put that all together. And there you have it. That is your Tealight box. Just obviously make sure that you just very gently pull these slightly away when you go to closing. Okay, so belly band. More of this gorgeous paper. You could go tone on tone if you wanted to, but I just think this is so bright and cheerful it has to be shown. So my band is 1.5 by 9 inches, 4 by 23 centimetres, and as you guys know, there are no score lines for this. Roughly central on my box, fold it down, flop it over. Oh, I don't think I think I cut this piece down. Never mind. It's all good. I can cut it in a moment. So, fold where those original folds were and just use your bone folder and ensure you keep your sides straight, otherwise you'll have a wonky band and nobody wants a wonky band. So again, fold that piece over there, and then, oops, this one just there. Okay, and then when you put this back on your box now, it's perfect. So let's trim that and trim that, because I don't need that much. Okay, either or, you can use whichever adhesive you want. I'm going to use Seal Plus for this one, and I put a bit on the edge of this piece and then a bit on the inside edge of this piece, and that way then where they overlap they will actually then have adhesive both ends. And there's your pretty belly band. And then you just need to decorate it. So, I've already die cut these elements just because it saved time. So it's the Tropical Layers dies. So I have used this one for these two, Bumblebee and Calypso Coral, and this is Pear Pizzazz with this one. But I do need this one to finish off what I was doing. Artfully Layered Beautiful stamp. So I'm going to go with this lovely stamp here. So I have some of my basic white. I'm going to go with what I did originally, which is just jade. So I'm simply going to stamp this in just jade, like so. Whoops, just give that a little clean. And then I'm actually going to put this away because the next thing I then need are my Just Jade stamping blends. I used the light and I literally just quickly and, well, staying in the lines but roughly shaded this. And I just think that it adds a nice contrast with it being light. And as I say, I'm using the light blend here. And again, the brush tip is fabulous because it lets you fill in quite a large area quickly. And then this last little bit here. There we go. So that's the light blend. Then with the dark one, I've just coloured these bits in here. Now, you always think it's pointless because you can't actually see them once I've put the tag on the top, but I know it's done. And then I've used the brush part of my pen. I don't know if you can see the speckled effect that I've got on here. All you do is you use the lid of your brush, end of your pen, and just flick. So let me zoom in, give it a minute to focus. There we go. And all I'm doing is flicking. Is that focusing? Let me come out just a fraction. There we go. All I'm doing is that motion. You see? I'm hoping you can see how fabulous that works. It doesn't damage your pen, but it gives, ooh, forgetting that I'd zoomed in then. It gives you that fabulous, there we go, splattered effect, which I love. And it looks great on cards too. And let's come back out. There we go. Right, so I need that die. So we're just going to run this through our little mini boss here. And all that's left then is to adhere this all together and add my lovely sentiment. So pop that on, run it through. Oh. Get rid of those, get rid of that. Okay, so I used Snail Plus again, Seal Plus even, and I just ran a couple of strips there, if you can see, and then I'm going to put my Bumblebee on first. And I did want to make sure that this didn't overlap the edges too much, because that's how they'll end up getting knocked and damaged. And then I actually put a little bit on the top just for this one to sit there, and then again run some across the back of this piece, so that, and it kind of hides as well all that mess where everything's crossed over. And then all I need to do now is my sentiment. So another bit of basic white. Back in, I'm going with the Hey There, and this was stamped in our lovely Evening Evergreen. So just stamp that on there, and then just use my trimmer. And of course, if you wanted to reduce how much you've got, you could just keep trimming until you're happy with it. And then I did use a couple of dimensionals on here. and then I tucked it across to the end there. So as I say, you can't actually see the bits you've coloured in now, but I don't mind. And there they are. Those are my artfully composed tea lights. Thanks for joining me. See you all again soon. Bye.